Welcome back to another Canon Quick Shot, a quick review of a non-comic book superhero movie. I'm your host Terry, and today I'm looking at Detroit, written and directed by the Academy Award winning Catherine Bigelow. This tells the story of the true Detroit riot times in the 60s, but it also focuses in on a particular incident that happens at a Detroit hotel. So, honestly, I struggled a lot during this movie, like 20 different times if I was going to review it or not. I'm not going to give it a score, so there you go with that. But I was like, man, do I even want to review this? So one thing that helped me at the end of the movie, it's not a spoiler, but it says that, the facts of the story aren't conclusive, and so it was dramatized. The parts that aren't known were dramatized. So that's just the fact of the movie. So that helped me because the marketing was like the untold story, or we don't know the truth yet, and then you saw a full movie, but they do tell you like they made up some parts. So the fact that this isn't 100% how it happened makes me feel like I could just review it as a movie, and I don't like to get caught up in the message versus the movie, but this one was kind of tough. So anyway, the movie was strong. I won't say important. A lot of people say that it's relevant. When I say it's important, it's relevant to the times of police brutality and all that. But this movie isn't exactly what you think it is. So one of the things I really, really admire about the movie is that it isn't a we hate cops or we hate white people type movie. And not to say that people do it just for that reason, but a lot of the stories you tell from the past do come off that way. This movie kind of makes everybody look bad, whether you white, black, male, or female. Everybody played a part in it is what I felt like. And because for me, the first half of the movie, I dislike the black people more than I dislike the white people. And if you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So this movie does a good job of looking at points of view. It's not just a simple, we hate you, we hate you type of deal. And that's really influenced by John Boyega. If you look at the trailers, you see that he is a security officer. He's part of the police force, for lack of a better term. So when you get into the situation of us versus them, there's somebody that's black on the police side too. Not saying that he's racist or anything, but when you see it, he's there because he's on the side of the law. So it is not simple. It's pretty deep because you start off with the main cops that we follow, and they I won't say exactly what they said, but they're riding around Detroit, and it's not so we just hate black people. Like some of them really do feel like they're the protectors. It's their job to save black people from themselves, and not even that. The movie starts off building this scene of Detroit where people are just destroying the city and having the National Guard and the Army and all that. And you see how overwhelmed these cops is. So they do a good job of creating the tension and the claustrophobia that these cops are in, this pressure they're in. It doesn't excuse anything they do, but you kind of understand their point of view. And so I think this movie is so much deeper. If you're like, let's just go see a We Hate Cop movie, you really doing yourself a disservice. Other positives are the performances. All the performances are great. You know what? I will say Black Panther movie is going to be cool, but all these people shouting Black Power, blah, blah, blah. This is a Black Power movie. This movie, if you're talking about just in black representation, this has black actors, some of the best, young and older, from all walks of life. I'm talking about my man's from the New Edition movie is a big star in here. John Boyega from Star Wars is in here. You got guys from all over the gambit. The guy that plays Chris Rock and everybody hates Chris is in here. So it's just you got black talent from everywhere in this movie. So this is a movie I feel you should go support. All the performances were great, and not just the black cast at all. John Krasinski from The Office, he's in there for a little bit, great. Anthony Mackie is in there for a little bit, great. Small roles, but they play them well. The one thing, I have a few negatives. I would say the main cop, it wasn't like he wasn't a good choice because anybody could be dislikable in that character. but I just felt like the guy they picked wasn't really intimidating. He's not what you would think of in that role, because he was like the lead cop. He was telling people what to do, and he looks like he's 15. So he was the guy that was in We Are the Millers, I think. He was a little kid, so he did a good job, but I just felt like he could have got someone better for that. But other than that, movie was a little too long, and it felt overcooked to me. It felt over dramatized. And I was in the movie like, man, this could be shorter, but I was like, you know what, it's a true story, you can't hide the details. But then once the movie showed at the end that some of it was dramatized, I'm like, oh yeah, I felt that. I really did in the movie. I felt it was overcooked a little bit. But anyway, as far as my recommendation, I would say, you know what, you don't have to rush out in the theater to see this. I don't know if you should. I really wish I saw that movie alone. I usually feel that way about these type of movies because, you know, not everybody gets it. Like, there was a couple in my theater just laughing like almost the whole time. It was so disturbing. And so that sucks. I think it's a Redbox movie. If you are hard with these movies, I would say, you know, Redbox, Netflix, whatever, and, you know, you might take 1 or 2 times to finish the whole movie because it's a lot to take in. But definitely a relevant movie. I feel like it's a movie made to watch and discuss with a group more than go see in the theater. But anyway, so yeah, it's a lot to unpack in this movie. I would love to sit down and have a spoiler discussion. But anyway, so if you saw Detroit, what did you think? If you're thinking about going to see it, what are you expecting from the movie? Go ahead, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, all that. And if you heard it here, it's official Canon.